Hey, buddy, watch this.
Hello, Regis Kilbin is the name, Hearthstone is the game, and welcome to the Advice Arena, where I give you advice on how to play Arena. Now, my last few runs probably weren't worth all that much advice because they didn't go too well, but hopefully for this next one, we'll have some good, strong games. I'm actually going to choose Priest for this Arena run. I do not think it's necessarily the strongest class in Arena, but I want to mix it up, and we already played a Druid, and I'm not feeling Warlock quite today. So Priest it will be, and Hearthstone is having a heart attack, but let's see what we can do. Off to a just a beautiful start with the draft. So all these cards are pretty poor. Ancient Shade is very punishing, with limited upside just because it has 4 health. Mass Dispel is very hard to get value, particularly in Arena. But card draw is slightly more beneficial, I would argue. Argent Watchman is just very bad, too slow. And we don't always like to hero powers Priest because sometimes it's just not beneficial at all. Unlike some other hero powers, which can always at least do a damage or armor up, you know. I think I'll take Mass Dispel here just because Ancient Shade is so risky to me and usually a bad play. Silence can occasionally, you know, get rid of some taunts to win a game. And more importantly, I think card draw is important. In a top decking situation, I'd much rather get a Mass Dispel in the late game than an Ancient Shade. Now, admittedly, this is bad on turn 4, but if we build our deck correctly, hopefully we can mitigate that risk a little bit. Forgive me, it seems the Hearthstone client is really having trouble with the Arena draft right now. Goodness gracious. This is not fun. Power Word Tentacles, I certainly have not played this yet in Arena. It's still brand new to Old Gods. At least I'm still brand new to Old Gods arenas. So who knows if this is any good. I doubt it is, just because the buff's a little awkward and a little expensive. Healbot's fine, but as a Priest, I don't value the heal as much because we'll often have the spare mana to use our hero power to keep our health total topped off pretty well. I actually like Stranglethorn Tiger quite a bit. It's a good card, and good 5-drops are definitely important. Tentacle of N'Zoth feels just a little weak, particularly as a turn 1 play, and Priest doesn't have any good ways to activate this themselves, so as AoE, it could be very unreliable. Lance Carrier, I don't really like the Battle Cry, and the card is expensive for its stats. So I'm actually going to go with Mad Bomber here. It could be valuable, both as a 2-drop that kills the opponent's 2-drop, and maybe to set up some damage on my own minions to heal and draw cards and fun stuff like that. Faceless Behemoth is just too slow, as we saw in my last run. It's just not good. Spiteful Smith, despite us not ever having weapons, might be a decent pick. I actually think Elven Archer, though, has some potential. You never know when you need to ping, particularly as a Priest that doesn't have a ping option available. So let's go ahead and take Elven Archer. Mind Blast is pretty tough to use well in Arena. I'd rather gain value and consistency in the early game with my 2-mana stuff. Volcanic Drake could be good if we get some big AoE clears, but right now we don't know if we have that, and for 6 mana, it's not that great. I actually like Squirming Tentacle for Priest because it could trade well into 2-drops and set up a hero power and keep it around into the mid to late game. Museum Curator, I think, is solid. We need a little bit of card draw, and it can get us some really powerful stuff. Unstable Ghoul, probably not terrible, but potentially difficult to time well and use as a 2-drop. I'm going to go ahead and take Museum Curator and kind of think of that as a value card, particularly when I get to use it with stuff like Felon's Chosen. Lightspawn, I think, is a solid Arena card in general because Silence is not prevalent, but the problem, of course, is that it gets worse over time, so it doesn't always have 5 attack, for instance, so it's not hard to make it a 4-mana 2/2 that becomes very poor. Mind Control is very slow, but I like Felon's Chosen, particularly when you have stuff like Elven Archer and Museum Curator that could work pretty well with it. On that same note, same issues with Volcanic Drake, Reckless Rocketeer. I don't think we're going to be winning games with like burst damage, and as a 6-mana deal 5 damage clear, it's probably not that appealing to Priest. Low health stuff is not always good, but Micro Machine as a 2-drop We need plenty of 2s, and we do have the Velen's Chosen and the Squirming Tentacle to protect it. So I kind of feel good about Micro Machine in a variety of ways. Here, Murloc Tidehunter's fine. Stone Skin Gargoyle's bad. Harvest Golem's great, though. And I see no reason not to pick it so far. Man, all of these are bad. Light Warden is just so hard to get to work well. If you play it on turn 1, like who do you heal on turn 2? In the late game, it's just so weak to any removal or any trades. Summoning Stone, we have like 2 spells right now that would kind of be strong with it, but as a 0/6, it's just like, what can it do? It doesn't contest the board at all. If you play this on turn 5, you feel terrible because you're just really far behind. Ancient Watcher is totally useless to us so far. We have no way to activate this. I think I'm going to play Summoning Stone, pick Summoning Stone just for fun, because all these are bad to me. Light Warden is probably the most consistent, but Summoning Stone might save the day at some point and make a play, and we can maybe buff it with a Velen's Chosen. There's actually a couple options. Dark Speaker could activate our Summoning Stone. Dark Speaker is intriguing. Sea Giant I think we'll have trouble using because we're not doing any flood stuff with tons of minions. Recruiter's not a bad card. Just generates value over time, but I kind of like the idea of this Dark Speaker, I think. Works with Summoning Stone. Could do some other cool stuff with like Museum Curator. Make Museum Curator a 3/6 that can attack instantly and basically trade the stats onto the Dark Speaker so it's not punishing you. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. I'm curious about it. I like Darkscale Healer and Arena for Priest. I don't like Ice Rager, but Shadow or Death, we need some removal, and this can always be a huge tempo swing. It's also good with our Summoning Stone, so let's go ahead and take Shadow or Death. Fin Creeper's a fine card. We've already got a Curator. I don't really want more 2-drops with bad stats. This is really more of a card draw card than a 2-drop to me. So we get too many of these, we might be in trouble. I love Dark Cultist, but we're getting a little heavy on 3-drops already. I guess actually only 2 minions and a couple spells, so that's fine. Dark Cultist is just too good. More bad cards. Eater of Secrets potentially could win a game, but having it at the right moment, you know, and it's only good against certain classes. Mage and Paladin are definitely prominent, but Paladin Secrets really aren't that valuable to kill. The stats would still be nice. Lightwell, just the stats are awful. I kind of like Gadgets and Auctioneer maybe, just it's, you know, it's a 6-mana card. We don't have any late game stuff yet. We have a few spells, so if it gets us a couple of card draws, right, like maybe it's worth it. Man, this draft so far. Priest is certainly a risk. Like, you risk really bad drafts, but this one has been really bad. Inner Fire. Does that do anything? It's usually so bad. It's good with Dark Speaker, good with Summoning Stone. For 2 reasons. Decent with Auctioneer just for draw. Man. I think Holy Smite's just more consistent. Just does damage. The Murloc obviously was not good. We're 0 4-drops so far. This actually has some buff synergy stuff, but I still think I want a couple more 2-drops, and this is an awfully good one to me. Of course, we can't buff it though with Velen's Chosen, so maybe it's not. Maybe Unstable Ghoul is just better. We have 1 taunt so far. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take the Unstable Ghoul. Could potentially kill our Elven Archer, but who cares? Clockwork Knight's a fun card, but I don't think we have but 1 mech. There's actually 2 mechs, but still not consistent enough. Raid Leader's pretty weak, because Holy Nova's very good. So Clockwork Knight's good, but Holy Nova's exceptionally good. Scarlet Crusader's pretty solid. Mukula's, I don't know. Mukula's, again, the same issue with our hero power. You know, we don't always have a place to use it necessarily. We won't likely have a ton of minions on the board. I think Scarlet Crusader is the best option here. Explosive Sheep, the problem again is that we don't have a great way to activate it. Yeah, we added an Elven Archer and a Mad Bomber, but that's so inconsistent and punishing in itself that Scarlet Crusader is probably best. It could work well with some buffs and stuff. Volcanic Drake, again, not my favorite. Razorven Hunter is pretty weak because we have so many 3-drop minions already. We're done on 3s, honestly. Power Word Shield can help us cycle and help us buff. Hobgoblin's terrible. Our deck doesn't fit with it at all. Hungry Crab's awful. Mind Games is very bad. Why can't we get like a Cabal Shadow Priest out of our epics? Mind Games is bad, but it has gadgets and Summoning Stone synergies, I guess. Spectral Knight's pretty good. As far as 5-drops go, we have 3 minions. We'll take one more. Mind Vision's weak. Silver Moon's also pretty weak for a 4-drop. We need some 4-drops, but that's not the one I want. This draft, I tell you what. Corehound's awful. Circle, we don't really have a great way to benefit from Circle. It's not even good with Summoning Stone. It's okay with Auctioneer. I think we take Tentacles just because of the spell stuff we have going on, but I don't think that's good. I don't think that's any good. Oh, man. More 3-drops. Where are the 4s, dudes? Ravenholt's okay. We don't really have any big stuff just yet. Stealth can be pretty good with buffs as well. 2 mana minions, we have Mad Bomber, Micro, Unstable Ghouls. We really only have 3 2-drops that actually are 2-drops, but it's not a very good one. We'll take the Ravenholt for now. We definitely need 4-drops, and Beast Discovery's fine, Dragonhawk's bad, Ventureco's okay, but we're solid on 5s. And that can be pretty punishing. We'll take another Unstable Ghoul. Just for more 2-drops. You know, it trades into a 3-2 at least. I think we need another late game card. We have some cool spell stuff, but one more big minion is probably good, just in case we last a while. Mookla's not sold on still, and Lightspawn either. Really like some good 4-drops, of which these are not the ones. Armored Warhorse just doesn't have enough health. If it doesn't get charged, it's useless. Silithid Swarmer, we can't attack, so it's useless. I guess I go with the Drake here. I don't think it's great, but if it comes out as a 4/4 or whatever, it's better than the 4-drops we have now. This is too inconsistent. Corrupted Healbot, it's actually not bad in Arena, I think. 5 mana 6/6, but we still need some 4s, and Shifting Shade's pretty good. Can die to 2s and 3s, but it does draw a card at least. And it's pretty good with a couple of the buffs we have too. We'll take Power Word Shield again, just a free cycle a lot of the time because you have extra spare mana anyway, and the other 2 we don't need. Oh, we finish right where we started with terrible cards. Oh, this draft, the card quality is just abysmal. I'm probably going to take the Shade. I think it's better than the Warhorse. We don't really have that many expensive minions. It's very likely we're going to lose the Warhorse jousts. Resurrect is just too risky with the Elven Archers and the Curators and so many terrible minions. So we'll take the Awful Shade just as a body, as a threat. Oh man, this deck is bad. This deck is really bad in every way imaginable. Goodness gracious. I don't like a single card in this deck, I don't think. Spectral Knight's okay. Dark Speaker might be fun, but pretty bad. We'll see how it goes. I don't think we're going to get 3 wins even. I think we're going to start the Advice Arena series with 3 abysmal arena runs. We're going to run out of gold before we get anywhere. I normally average about 6 wins per run the last time I tracked it, which admittedly was a while ago, but that's very nearly infinite and considerably above average when it comes to Arena. A lot of people will say, oh, I average 7 runs, I average 6 runs, but they don't ever actually track the data. It's very hard to average above 6. The best people in the world barely get 7 usually, if that, so. But Old Gods is shifting everything around, so who even knows who's good anymore. I'm going to keep one of these just in case I get a minion to play it on. Probably won't though, knowing my luck. Yeah, I don't have any minions in my deck. We're probably still shy 1-2 drop in this deck. We can coin out the 3. And then maybe shield it to some value. Yeah, that's considerably worse than Scarlet Crusader here. Just sets him up to enrage this and we don't really gain anything out of it, so we can make this trade and maybe buff it for a 3-3, which is not that bad on 3. Oh, actually a pretty good deadly shot to tell you the truth. We have to play this now, unfortunately. You can make the trade, but maybe it'll be able to trade into something else next turn. We can even heal. No, I can't. It's just gonna die. I think I would have traded there. I don't think that's our Mass Dispel turn. I think we play the Shade. He might actually have trouble killing this a little bit. Just got to trade here, which sets up a Holy Nova for us pretty nicely. Maybe, if he plays some other low drop stuff. A couple 2 health minions would be the dream here. It's not a 2 health minion at all. This actually isn't a bad Mass Dispel turn. I kind of think I need to Mass Dispel here. Because this is a terrible trade. If I Mass Dispel, I can kill the Berserker pretty easily. Could also shield and kill this guy. Maybe that's just better. Could go this way, but that doesn't really help me any. Let's go ahead and kill that guy. I guess actually Holy Nova would have taken care of him, so maybe that was the better trade. I don't see a Holy Nova coming soon though. Mass Dispel actually wasn't bad there. Took care of the second half of this. We're still way behind, obviously, but oh. Mech synergies were not considered in the calculations there, I'll admit that. We'll go ahead and do this guy. It's the biggest thing we got. Actually trades into those, so we have a chance to catch up here. There might be a Summoning Stone Holy Nova turn in our future. That's really scary. This guy literally just built a mech hunter. Can't even use that. I don't really think Bomber does anything. I'm gonna Curator and see what I get. Sludge Belcher or something would be good. Unstable Ghoul is actually fine because it can set up some Holy Novas maybe and protect the stuff. I'm actually gonna buff this one so he has to go this way instead of this way. Oh no. We'll play this too. Just to get some attack out. If he's Unleash the Hounds, we're just totally ruined. He can attack, unleash, kill these 2 guys, and just have a huge board. Actually, we're not that rude because we have Holy Nova. If we think Biggie plays, we might get some tempo from Death. There's a chance we stabilize here. Most classes would not be able to, but Priest actually has a shot, because the Holy Nova Death is a pretty sick combo. As long as this stuff sort of lives. Oh, he's... I think I'd go face foes him. Just because he has so much potential damage. Oh, yeah. Why didn't I be at 6? I'd be at 4. Well, I wish I had that Hungry Crab now, man. I think I have to... I think I still have to Holy Nova, right? I could Death first, but the likelihood of the 4-drop having 2 health is very low. This is just a stall tactic, basically. And then maybe the Bomber will kill this. Who knows? Summoning Stone Death is a reasonable... I hope he plays a really big minion. It's not that big. It's not that big at all. We still have time, though. There's ways out of this. It's kind of annoying. He has 9-11 damage, we know for sure. So we kind of have to kill this with our Mad Bomber and not hit our face. We have 9 mana, so we'll go ahead and do the Tomb Spider first, since we'll have enough to Tomb Spider, Mad Bomber, and heal. I don't think the Taunt is objectively better than the Mad Bomber. It's actually objectively better. This has a what 1 in 6 chance 3 times, so not that good of a chance. This technically keeps us alive, I guess. He gets a nice trade though. 4-1, 3-3. I just need him to play like a 10-10. Like a 10 mana Faceless Behemoth or something that I can kill instantly. That won't do it. It's kind of scary. Yeah, I think we're done. Yeah, that'll do it. No, he's still one off actually. Nope, he's got it. Kill command. Well, look at all the cards I had left. The cards I don't want. Summoning Stone, the what, I don't even know what the name of that card is. It summons a Mind Games, I guess it's called. This might be a part 1 video with no part 2. That would be pretty sad. Be pretty depressed about that. We'll do the same thing again. Scarlet Crusader is not great against Paladin, I don't think, but what choice do I have? Ugh, this card is bad. Really bad. We got like the worst epics. This is decent against Paladin. But we still need 2-drops. Where'd all them 2-drops at? That doesn't actually bother me too much, but look at this. What a turn 2 in Arena. That's cool artwork. I don't know what the heck it is, but it's cool looking. This is debatable here. Scarlet Crusader's a little better against Noble Sacrifice, but not really though. This can be healed, so I'm gonna do that. We'll probably still play the Midnight Drake next turn, but we don't have to trade with the Taunt. In other words, he can do it for us, so we don't have to proc the Secret that way. That's actually pretty good. Do I go for this, or do I go for this? I can't play this into that. It's just too susceptible. It dies instantly. If I get the Mad Bomber, I'm going to feel like a boss. Just a straight boss. Anything I get from Mind Games is probably going to die to it, so is that really any different than playing the Midnight Drake? Could also, this is the safest play. It's a little punished by Noble Sack and the Mad Bomber, but let's just see, because we can also Holy Nova next turn. If he plays like Muster for Battle or something. True Silver's not punishing here. We have a lot of standard Paladin plays that don't hurt us. Keeper Voldemort doesn't hurt us. A couple 2-drops would be great because Holy Nova might clean up the board. I'm worried that's an Avenge too. Yeah, I'm gonna try to attack Holy Nova here. It denies the Avenge if it works. Yeah, nice. I think it's Avenge. It does not appear to be Noble Sack. We can probably play around the Avenge for a little while. We're in a decent spot, considering where we were a second ago. Oh, that doesn't even hurt us at all. That's great. Well, it kind of hurts us, but... I think I'm gonna Bomber Mind Games. This feels like the best turn to Mind Games because it potentially gives me something huge that doesn't die to the True Silver, or at the very least splits my resources between 2 weaker minions. Oh! Nice Mind Games. I take it back. Mind Games is amazing. He probably has a way to deal with it though. Oh. Here comes the Consecration too. Oh no, he's got to hit it at least. That's good. At least it's free 9 damage to face. That's pretty valuable actually. Am I at the point where I just start smorking with giant stuff? I could actually still get 7 attack out here and neither of these die to that, so I think that's better. We can trade here, but... So these still have 7 attack compared to this, so what's the point of playing Ravenholt right now? That's kind of scary, but... Well, I actually don't have a good way to kill it, do I? Shoot. Maybe I just play big guys though and don't really care. Oh, it's gonna get avenged though. Shoot. Do I straight up smork at this point? Indeed, Anduin. Indeed. I guess I don't have to give it avenge. He didn't have a way to deal with the last big guy. Is he gonna have a way to deal with this big guy? He can trade into both of these, but then my dude gets even bigger. And I get a card. And this dude dies, so. And I don't proc the Avenge and make this an 8-8 with Wind Fury, which is scary with stuff like Blessing of Kings. It could become a 12-12 with Wind Fury and straight up win the game. I guess he still could make it a 13-13 with double Blessing of Kings and win the game. It's a little bit risky, but I just didn't have a good way to kill it. The Avenge was guaranteed going to happen. The Blessing of Kings seems far more unlikely. He was targeting it though, holy crap. He was definitely targeting it. He's looking for like champions. It's good, he doesn't have a lot of mana left. Oh my gosh, he has one. Wow. He has to trade though, right? Like he can't. He knows he's dead if he doesn't trade. Ugh, that's a good play. I don't have lethal. It's a really good play. Thankfully, my guy can actually trade and not die. It's pretty crazy. You wouldn't traditionally expect that. I could Dark Speaker, still kill it, and have a fully healthed 6/13 on the board. Is that better? It still gets to attack if I swap the stats, right? Right? Right, guys? Would I rather just have a second 3/6? I think I'd rather just have the second body. This is surprisingly good against his board, so let's go ahead and play this. Actually, we're going to play this guy first, and play this guy, and trade here, and heal here. I don't know if we can lose from here. I don't know if he can kill both of these. Or either, frankly. Tough. I didn't go face just because a 9 attack minion with 22 health that has Wind Fury is very, very scary. Alright, so better than I thought this deck. I thought 1 win seemed far-fetched. Apparently it's not too bad. Well, it would have been, but we had an amazing Mind Games. That is not guaranteed. The Year of the Kraken. Each year will have a new theme. But North Sea Kraken came out last year. Let's see if we can't get a 2-drop in this game. What do you guys think? You think we have 2-drops on our deck? Yeah. We'll keep the Power Word Shield too, because that might work out on turn 3 with a heal and stuff. Oh, I asked and I received. I'm probably gonna Micro Machine turn 1. It's Druid. It's not super likely that he has a way to kill it, and I can Power Word Shield it too to make it very scary, and even heal it, perhaps on turn 3. Yeah, with the Holy Smite for sure, because I have so much mana flexibility right now that unless he has the Wrath, this could be like an 8/4 by turn 4 or something, you know. He maybe should have attacked it. I don't know. I'm scared to play this because I don't want to kill my guy. I think I'm going to play this just to protect it. There's obviously some risk here because if he can kill this and hero power with 1 damage, then I'm a little bit in trouble. But next turn I can Power Word Shield and heal it, so I think it's okay. Now I need some 3-drops and 4-drops. Now I'm a little scared I got too much early game. When it rains, it pours, as they say. Yeah, I can Smite trade, but that's not super efficient, is it? Maybe I Power Word Shield Mad Bomber and pray. I'm going to Power Word Shield first and see what I get. It could actually change the... I'm actually just going to do it. I don't think he can kill it. Even if he does spend resources killing it, I got a nice follow-up next turn, or at least a decent follow-up next turn. I feel like Innervate's out scary stuff. I got answers. I may have to keep this alive then and curate. Do I do it? No, I have to heal it. I have to heal it just in case. Let me curate first in that case. Might get a taunt. No, we'll take the Shifting Shade. Stalag is kind of risky. He can trade hero power. Hopefully he can't, like, swipe. That's the only thing that's bad here. I'm kind of going all in on the Micro Machine at this point. Oh, he's gonna, yeah, charge. That's actually a good play. But I don't mind that we traded our Micro Machine for a 5-drop, right? That's not the worst thing that's ever happened. This guy's actually decent because we have quite a few cards. And because he just used a 4 attack pretty awkwardly to kill a thing that was this exact same size almost. So I doubt he has a way to kill this one cleanly. He can trade hero power, obviously, but he still takes a ton of damage to do that. Oh, we should have Raven Idol first, I feel like. Is Mass Dispel good again? Did I just Mass Dispel go face? I don't think so. Surely not. I'd be better off to trade heal, maybe. Could take him to 10. No, I think I'll just trade heal. Yeah, it sets up a trade, but I'm getting a lot of value regardless. He can trade there, but I killed a 5-drop, first half of a 5-drop and a 4-drop. I basically got 8 mana of value out of the Midnight Drake, so I'm okay with it. This is a clean thing too. That is a great play. Man, that's a good play. He's getting low, though. He's going to have to start thinking about that. Ooh, that's a good card. Wow. Such a good card. That's definitely worth deathing. We'll play the Mad Bomber, too, and hope that we death first to ensure that... do we just Mind Games? We know he has big cards in his deck. This is a decent time to do it. Even if we get a bad one, it can test that thing. Oh, yes! The Mind Games, dude, the Mind Games. Clutch Mind Games. And I can even follow it up with a second one if he somehow magically derives an answer to that. Which he can't, yeah. Actually, is Mass Dispel better again? Ooh, that's actually a little frightening, but no, maybe I play the Eldritch Horror since I already have the taunt, and this one has just a little more health and likelihood to survive. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. These technically still contribute to lethal, so there's really no advantage to playing the taunt right now. He can kill it, but it takes his entire board or his face or some spells. What a Mind Games. 9-9 last game, 8-8 this game. MVP Mind Games. I still think our deck is terrible, but clearly it's doing some fun stuff. What is that? Swipe? Starfall, maybe? I don't know. Doesn't seem that good anyway. Or Starfire, excuse me. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. That's actually not bad. He can't kill this, though, I don't think. Oh, I'm wrong. He can, but he can't go face. Can he? No, he had to use that one. Okay. He can still kill it. That's a great play, actually, but we're going to follow it up and be just total jerks. Just total absolute jerks. What a good play, though. He actually got himself out of that sticky spot. Normally I wouldn't waste a ping on the face, but since we got the Velens, potentially gives me the... if he somehow deals with this BGH or something, we can still Velens our other guy and have a play. Do I have lethal? I can Mass Dispel. I have 9 damage plus 2 damage is 11 damage. Mad Bomber lethal, maybe. I don't have enough mana for all 3 of these. Let's see what card I draw first. I'm going to do this and see what the Mad Bomber hits. If the Mad Bomber hits face, I have lethal. No, I don't have it. Shoot. I think I still just go face, right? Yeah, I don't think I can afford to trade. He's not had. He can't have more removal, right? Like more efficient removal. One of these minions has to survive for this buff. All I need is one minion to live. It doesn't even matter which one lives. I guess he could swipe hero power. No, I can't anymore. I think we got it. Nice, well played. Alright, so actually, thanks to 2 totally ridiculous mind games, just absurdly ridiculous mind games, I never thought that card could be any good, we're actually 2-1 so far, which, at the rate our Advice Arena runs have been going so far, this looks like an all-star deck. So that'll do it for this part 1 of my Priest Advice Arena. We're definitely going to call this the Mind Games Priest. There is certainly no doubt about that. Tune in for the next part 2 of this run in future videos. Thanks so much for watching this time around, and until next time, game on.